Biden's high-stakes gamble at the NATO summit. The NATO summit in Washington could be President Joe Biden's last chance to demonstrate his leadership abilities amid growing Democratic doubts about his re-election prospects. On July 9, President Joe Biden welcomed NATO leaders to Washington, marking the alliance's 75th anniversary with a spirited speech emphasizing solidarity in the Ukraine conflict and reaffirming the U.S.'s unwavering commitment to NATO. This message seemed aimed at both voters and Democratic Party members as Biden faces re-election challenges and the rising prospects of Republican rival Donald Trump. Following a lackluster debate with Trump last month, at least 9 Democratic representatives and 1 senator have publicly called for Biden to step down and make way for a younger candidate with a better chance of defeating Trump. Many Democrats are anxiously viewing the NATO summit as Biden's final opportunity to prove his capability before things spiral out of control. "We need a more energetic, assertive candidate on the campaign trail to convince voters they deserve their trust," said Democratic Senator Patty Murray. Biden has been working to reassure voters and convince donors of his readiness to continue after the debate. In a defiant letter to Democratic lawmakers and at the NATO summit, Biden aims to show he is prepared to remain in the White House for another 4 years. "NATO is stronger than ever with 32 powerful nations," Biden declared as he welcomed world leaders. "It's good that we are stronger than ever because historic moments require our collective strength." During the 3-day summit, Biden will face tough discussions on global security. The White House is also working to demonstrate to Americans that Biden can handle the rigorous schedule of official meetings, sideline encounters, diplomatic dinners, and the closing press conference. On July 9, Biden announced significant steps the U.S. and NATO members are taking to bolster Ukraine's air defense system. The U.S., Germany, and Romania have provided additional Patriot systems, while the Netherlands and other allies will supply necessary components to assemble one for Ukraine. Italy has also agreed to send a SAMP-T air defense system, equivalent to the Patriot. Other allies, including Canada, Norway, Spain, and the UK, will provide additional air defense systems to enhance Kyiv's defensive capabilities. "This is a pivotal moment for Europe and the transatlantic alliance, and I can contribute to the world," Biden asserted. However, overshadowing the summit are Biden's political challenges, with the presidential election less than 4 months away. German Chancellor Olaf Scholz, before departing Berlin for the summit, expressed no concerns about Biden's health. "Through our exchanges, I know the U.S. president is well prepared for this summit with us," he said. This summit marks Biden's first meeting with new British Prime Minister, Keir Starmer. Last week, Biden called Starmer to congratulate him on his victory and will meet him at the White House on July 10 to emphasize their best allies relationship. After the meeting, Biden ignored reporters' questions about doubts over his re-election bid. He is also scheduled for a sideline meeting with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky on July 11. The NATO summit, long planned to celebrate the alliance's 75th anniversary and ensure long-term support for Ukraine, has unexpectedly become a public test of Biden's health and cognitive abilities. Former U.S. Ambassador to NATO Kurt Volker said foreign partners are coming to the U.S. seeking assurances on both political and strategic fronts, as well as the future leadership of NATO. They worry that if Biden can't successfully run for re-election and Trump returns, it could threaten U.S. support for NATO and aid to Ukraine. In response, Biden has tried to highlight his commitment to the alliance, emphasizing to voters that Trump would turn his back on NATO if re-elected. Former President Trump has repeatedly criticized NATO members for not meeting the 2% GDP defense budget contribution target. European anxiety heightened in February when Trump threatened not to defend members who didn't contribute enough. Trump also criticized Biden for providing endless aid to Ukraine. Biden's aides noted that since his inauguration in early 2021, 9 more countries have met the 2% budget target. Currently, 23 out of 32 NATO members have fulfilled the budget commitment. Biden has also gained considerable trust in NATO after Finland and Sweden joined the alliance. These results are not coincidental. They are due to leadership, organization, and relationships with partners worldwide. "What the president has done speaks for itself," said John Kirby, spokesperson for the U.S. National Security Council. Biden views the summit as evidence of his leadership and success as U.S. president, contrasting with Trump's tenure, according to CNN.